Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick and Knight here, and today I'm bringing you the 4th sneak peek for the Boom Beach upcoming update. So I left you last time about to attack this base, and let's go ahead and start the operation. So when an operation starts, you get that little spinning radar, and it unlocks the bases that are going to be in the operation here. You then are going to use your chat to coordinate who's going to attack which base, because remember, you only get one attack. So right now in this test developer build, me and Mole are taking on the first Milk Run. Is that what it was called? I forgot the name already, but I think it's called Milk Run. And basically you just team up and make sure you coordinate your attacks. I'm going to close the chat now because you have to actually close it to hit attack there. And if you're scouting it when someone else attacks, it automatically flips the view into the attack view. So that's a cool feature. So in like Clan Wars, you have to manually tap spectate. This will automatically spectate as long as you're looking at the base. So the power cell is that middle building right there. That's our main goal to get to. I'm just gonna warrior rush this one like I always do, and you can see the new timer spinning around on the shock bomb, so you know when they're gonna wear out. Other than that, the warriors are gonna head over. This is the first operation, so it shouldn't be too tough, especially because in this situation I have a pretty maxed out load of warriors ready to go here. So they're going to be ripping up that power cell, and you see every time a building is destroyed, those numbers flying to the top left of the screen are the task points. Force points, sorry. I'll tap on them right there, force points. So we got 27 of them by beating this base, and what they're going to do is rank our task force. So to get on the leaderboards, you need force point, task points, force points? Task force points, and you get those by taking down the bases. And now Molt's gonna go and try his hand at attacking. You can see I could watch him live, but I can't do anything to help him out. So let's see how this attack goes here. Ooh, sending that flare over. The heavy Zuka kind of getting pummeled by the mortars though. Let's see if they can take this out. I'll just zoom in and just get some good shots of how these bases look. It's super cool how they made really big base designs, took it to a really grand scale, changed the bordering on some of the weaponry, and how they're planted onto this ground, which is a lot different than the islands. You know, a ton of new depth. The buildings, the art style, all completely made up from scratch. So you could tell that Boom has been working on this for quite a while, guys. So here we go. He's heading over to the power cell, and I don't think that there's going to be much that could stand in his way. Shock bombs, the machine gun, and flamethrowers. Looking like a champ over here. Let those Zukas step up and do some work. But if you can't tell, this thing has a ton of health. Look at those new artillery shells bombing in there. And he's going to start ripping it up, ripping it up. Only a few more seconds left here. And I think that's tonnage? Tonnage? What is that name? I don't know what the name is. Level 34, but there's 23 force points available here. So let's wrap that up by clearing that power cell. Boom! Down it goes. And the rest of the base will explode. I love seeing those little badges flap to the top left corner. I personally think that's pretty cool. And then over here we could see that both bases have been completely destroyed. We have the max amount of force points taken from them, 23 and 27, and you can see all the attacks. So when someone's failing hard in your task force, you can just be like, hey bro, we're kicking you out, sorry. But over here, when it ends, every task force, every operation in your task force will end, and then you get a boat that shows up to your base, just like your daily bonus boat. And as they get harder, the reward gets better. So that is how you attack the operations with your task force. So we're going to do one more for you here, because that first one was super easy. So I'm just going to show you how this scales up. And keep in mind, alright, so we have 150 intel, so we had to save up a little bit more to get that 162. So now look at that, 4 bases spawn. So imagine if you only had a 5-person task force. This would be quite difficult, because look at these bases. All those rockets, all those vats of goo. It's kind of like a Dr. Terror gone wild, if you know what I mean. Right here on the beach, I'll show you just how hard it is. And look at, there's defensive statues. The defense statues are absolutely making these bases crazy impossible. The warriors are going to try their best, but it's just something that you really have to coordinate. It could be as simple as, hey guys, I'm in a warrior rush and I'm only going to be able to take out 3 rockets, but the next person will have it a little bit easier. You really have to coordinate, plan your attacks, but you know, you will get some force points no matter what if you take out buildings, and that will help you get towards the leaderboards. I'll show you the high scores right here. There's a task force, and there's a high score right there. We're number 6. That'll all be changing. Hope you guys are pumped to start attacking some of these operations. I'll announce my official task force and what the requirements will be to get in on launch day. So stay tuned for the Boom Beach update. I'm Nick at Night, and as always, for everything Boom Beach and Clash of Clans, you know what to do because you're already doing it. Keep it tuned right here to Teach Boom Beach. I'm Nick at Night, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.